Maria stood at the edge of the dance floor, her fingers nervously twisting the fabric of her emerald green gown. The sounds of laughter and music filled the air, a stark contrast to the silence that had enveloped her life for the past year. She watched as couples twirled and glided across the polished wood, their movements a symphony of grace and passion. It had been exactly 1 year since Maria had last set foot in a ballroom. 1 year since the accident that had shattered not just her knee, but her confidence and dreams. The doctors had told her she might never dance again, and for months she had believed them. But here she was, drawn back to the world she once loved, unable to resist the pull of the music and the memories. As her eyes scanned the room, they locked onto a familiar face. Thomas, her old dance partner, was leading a woman in a vibrant orange dress across the floor. His movements were as fluid as ever, but there was something different about him. A hesitancy, perhaps, or a lack of the spark that had once made them the talk of every competition. Maria's heart raced as Thomas glanced in her direction. For a moment, time seemed to stand still. Then, with a polite nod to his partner, he made his way towards her. "Maria," he said, his voice a mixture of surprise and warmth. "I didn't expect to see you here." She managed a small smile. "Neither did I, to be honest. I needed to see it again, to remember." Thomas nodded, understanding in his eyes. "How's the knee?" "Better," Maria replied. "Not perfect, but better than the doctors expected." A silence fell between them, filled with unspoken words and shared memories. It was Thomas who finally broke it. Would you like to dance?" he asked, extending his hand. Maria hesitated. "I don't know if I can. It's been so long, and I'm not sure." "Just one dance," Thomas urged gently, for old time's sake. As if on cue, the band struck up a slow waltz. Maria took a deep breath and placed her hand in Thomas's. Together, they stepped onto the dance floor. The first few moments were awkward, their bodies remembering a rhythm they had long forgotten. But as the music swelled, something magical happened. Muscle memory took over, and suddenly they were moving as one, just as they had done countless times before. Maria felt a warmth spreading through her chest, a feeling she had thought was lost forever. As Thomas guided her through a gentle turn, she caught glimpses of the other dancers. The couple in pink and black executing a perfect move, the pair in teal and white, their steps full of energy and joy. Each couple told a story through their dance, and Maria realized that she and Thomas were writing a new chapter in theirs. As the dance continued, Maria's confidence grew. She attempted a more complex step, one that had always been challenging for her even before the accident. To her surprise, her body responded beautifully, the movement fluid and graceful. Thomas's eyes widened in delight. "You've still got it," he whispered. Encouraged, Maria let herself fully embrace the moment. She closed her eyes, feeling the music course through her veins, letting it guide her movements. When she opened them again, she realized that other couples had moved to the side, giving her and Thomas the center of the floor. As the final notes of the waltz faded away, the room erupted in applause. Maria felt a blush creep up her cheeks as she and Thomas took a small bow. "Thank you," she said, her voice thick with emotion. "I didn't realize how much I needed that." Thomas squeezed her hand gently. "You were born to dance, Maria. Don't ever let anyone tell you otherwise." As they made their way off the dance floor, Maria felt a shift within herself. The past year had been about healing her body, but this moment, this dance had begun to heal her soul. "Same time next week?" Thomas asked with a grin. Maria nodded, a genuine smile spreading across her face. "I wouldn't miss it for the world." As she left the ballroom that night, Maria's steps were lighter, more confident. She knew the road ahead would still have its challenges, but for the first time in a year, she felt hope. The rhythm of the dance had awakened something in her, reminding her that sometimes the most beautiful performances come after the hardest falls. And as the night air kissed her flushed cheeks, Maria made a silent promise to herself. She would dance again, not just tonight, but for years to come, because in the end, life itself was a dance, and she was ready to embrace every step of it.